the societal cliff. And I just want to see people empowered and involved and challenging the great challenges, the great obstacles of our day, which are the greatest that human species has ever faced. In the sum equation, it's this. Humans, for all of our development and our long history, it was always about survival, enough to eat, not being enslaved by the neighboring tribe, being honorable, being strong. That was always what was considered to be good. And now, because we've had our needs for food and shelter basically taken care of, the poorest of us, in many respects, is more wealthy than kings and queens and more healthy and has access to more information than kings and queens of 500, 1,000 years ago. But it's because there's this glut of food and water and shelter and information, people don't appreciate it anymore. And that allows the system to come in and to begin destroying fundamental things that have always been the basis of our strength, things that are the basis and bedrock and cornerstone of our humanity, things like the family, things like our perception of reality. We are having an electronic prison built around us. Janet Napolitano, the creepy head of Homeland Security, was on CNN this weekend, and she made quite a few announcements. We have the video clips up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. We'll probably play some of them later today to analyze it, but the point is it's hard to listen to. It's hard to look at her. If you want to go see it, we have the transcripts posted as well. And she said the pat downs, the grope downs, the rape downs are going to continue. Your slave training, that you're bad and that government's good and you're a prisoner and they're going to put their hands on you. I mean, this is prison induction training. This is you're bad, government's good. And she said it's going to continue. And she went on to say it's not Big Brother, that now first 800, then 9,000. It's always exponentially expanding. Giant telescreens going in all over the country. They know you're not listening to government announcements. They know you're ignoring government billboards. They know that you at least fundamentally know they're a pack of lying crooks. Congress has the lowest approval rating in history, closing the books on the worst Congress in history, according to Gallup poll, the Examiner, and others. Believe me, they know you know. And so they're going to force their way into your life. They're going to make you listen to them. They're going to have more government announcements and more break-ins on TV and radio through FCC control boxes in all broadcast systems, the EAS system. They're going to put the 9,000 telescreens in every shop, in every mall, in every sports stadium. They're going to sit there and tell you, we are your saviors. We are the people that make your life possible. We are your protectors, because they know that they're the crooks, they're the murderers, they're the trash, they're the filth. Now, I got back into town last night. I was driving home, and my dad called me. And I can't get into the whole story because of doctor-patient, privilege stuff. But it's so bad, ladies and gentlemen, that Homeland Security, through a longtime patient of my father's, a dentist, a guy he's been treating for more than 15 years, came to him and tried to recruit my dad to spy on people, to spy on his neighbors. And then my dad was telling Dr. King at their dental office about it, and Dr. King said, hey, 2 weeks ago they came to my door in the neighborhood, these are middle-class neighborhoods, and asked Dr. King. He's a friend of mine, nice guy. His wife listens every day. I want to say hi to her. You know how widespread this is, ladies and gentlemen? They're everywhere. They are getting ready for something big, okay? You better know. I mean, they've stolen the country blind. They're bringing us into depression, and these are some low-down crooks. And the InfraGard, the clergy response teams, you think they're going to stop at recruiting 50+ thousand preachers to spy on their flocks and tell them to submit to tyranny. I mean, do you realize the magnitude? It's just, I'm dumbfounded this is actually happening.
If you own a septic system or if you're facing costly septic system replacement, this message is for you. When you want to stop paying for pump outs and avoid backups, when you've had enough of the foul odors and costly repairs, use BioSafe One Septic Solution. Now there's an easy-to-use 100% guaranteed answer to all your septic system problems. BioSafe One Septic Solution. BioSafe One is patented and made specifically for all septic systems and made by the same team of scientists who helped clean up the Exxon Valdez oil spill. BioSafe One decontaminates and removes sludge, stops costly pump outs and repairs, and removes septic system stench, all with a 100% success rate. See what gives BioSafe One Septic Solution the advantage over any other septic product at biosafeone.com. That's BIOSAFEONE.com. biosafeone.com. Or call toll-free 1-866-424-6663. That's 1-866-424-6663. BioSafe One, the guaranteed, bio-friendly, money-saving way to clean your septic system.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica, the number 3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com.
As many people know, ever since President Nixon took us off the gold standard, the U.S. dollar has been devaluating. What people don't know, however, is how this directly affects your personal finances. Is there a way to protect your portfolios from losing value? The answer to all of this is gold and silver. They both have maintained their purchasing power for 6,000 years. If you had $100,000 in cash and $100,000 in gold and silver back in 1913 and kept them until now, your cash would have the buying power of only $4,800, but your gold and silver would have the buying power of $3 million. The answer to protecting your assets is simple. Call John Ballman today at 1-800-686-2237, extension 169. Get all your questions answered before your money is worth zero. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 169. Take action today while we still accept paper dollars for gold. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 169.
How well and how fast does Heart and Body Extract work to improve blood circulation? Listen.
My name is Ellis, and I am 66 years old, and I live in Jacksonville, Florida. 2 years ago, I was diagnosed as having clogged arteries. I had 70% blockage in one artery leading to my heart. They wanted me to go on Plavix, but I refused, knowing the negative side effects.
Heart and Body Extract is a unique balance, synergy, and proportion of herbs reaching from head to toe at maximum absorption around 95% at the cellular level.
Within the first month, I felt a dramatic difference. The heaviness in my legs was reduced, and within 2 months, I felt completely normal.
Your natural organic herbal formula for heart health is Heart and Body Extract. Heart and Body Extract comes with a 100% ironclad money-back guarantee. Details at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract. Call 866-295-5305, 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract.
He's going the distance. He's going for speed. She's all alone in her time of need. Because he's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and biting and riding on his horse.
If you had a list of, say, 20 things, and if you have 5 of those, you're a hardcore police state. The United States now has all 20 marked off and double-checked. I mean, I really want this to sink in for folks. Think of the magnitude that in Austin, Texas, we know about the spy brigades. We know about the Secure Corps going back 8-9 years ago, Associated Press reporting on taking the Boy Scouts and youth groups and training them in warrant apprehension, checkpoints, spying. 9 years ago, they had ads on TV in Austin saying, report your parents. It's in my film, Road to Tyranny. The kids are given ID cards and $200 bonuses, turning in family members of the biggest bonus. I mean, this is brazen, over-the-top corruption. Meanwhile, when government aircraft crash routinely full of pure drugs coming from the source, it's a non-news item. Nobody gets in trouble. When foreign banks steal trillions of dollars, Congress can't even find out where it went. When it comes out in congressional hearings that DynCorp is running giant child kidnapping rings, and it's even in the BBC and Chicago Tribune, nobody gets in trouble. And the public's under mind control. You tell an average cop about this, they start laughing at you. Even if you show them the news articles. They're trained at a subconscious level to have an emotional response to any type of, quote, authority figure doing something wrong, that's a joke. And really what it is deep down is they're cowards. They're afraid of bucking the system. They just want to go up in the bureaucracy. But it shook me up. It shook me up. Even though I know all this is happening intellectually, and it came out last week in the news that the ACLU is being spied on by Homeland Security, that Ron Paul's being spied on by Homeland Security, mainstream news all over the U.S. We broke that almost 2 years ago. But now here it is in the news. We were sent, others were sent internally from the Army with patriots inside, that at the end of the Fed rallies, they have U.S. Army there in plain clothes. And it said in the memo, watch out, don't let them know that your Army, they may try to kill you. I mean, what type of brainwashing is that? You've got citizens out there saying, foreign banks are robbing us. We want to audit the Fed. And they tell the Army, don't let them know your Army, they may try to kill you. I mean, this is the Army in Texas. And then it came out in Pennsylvania, and it came out in Maryland. And I know all of that intellectually. I was sent 5 years ago the secret Homeland Security documents, hundreds of pages. We posted them on InfoWars. People couldn't believe it. Clergy response teams, preachers in America secretly being paid. It was $50,000 back then. I don't know what it is now. They were doubling it each year. It's got to be in the hundreds of thousands now. And they're on these power trips. You go rent a car, they're asking you questions for Homeland Security. Admittedly, your preachers are spying on you. And they all get off on it. The most horrible part about this is they take all these minimum wage people who have no creativity, who have no future, who are dumbed down fluoride heads, and they give them these positions of unconstitutional power, and they're completely drunk on it. And to know that my father, last week, someone in Homeland Security tried to recruit him and said, oh, yeah, you'll even get paid money. And he even told him, well, our public thing is disaster preparedness, but really, we need folks to be eyes and ears. And then my dad is telling the other dentist in his office about it. And he goes, oh, yeah, a couple weeks ago, they visited me at my house. Other people. I mean, just as a sample of the population, this is everywhere. And then you just search at, Homeland Security Training Neighborhood Watch, and there are all the news articles. There are the memos. Paul Watson covered this last week. We have the Texas memo going back to 2005. Where it says, is he a nice guy? Does he lock his desk at work? Does he wear Levi's? Do they have scuba equipment? Do they have cell phones? Go ahead and report them. It's so wide as to basically say everybody's a suspect, but then when a pilot last week shot video of the fact that the security's all a fraud and that all the other airport workers and people that are involved in non-commercial aviation, private aviation, that there's no security, The feds then raid him under national security. We'll be right back.